Yeah.
Yep, you're live.
We're good.
Well, it says you're live. It doesn't say fucking anything else. Yep, you're live. Douchey!
Hey everyone. Going live tonight. We kind of wanted to start a fun little page out here for our softball community. I got BB here with me, and we also got Hector. Shout out for Cali Love as well.
Sponsorship!
Kind of want to do a nice little fun thing after some of these tournaments that we have. As some of you guys know, we did start doing some live video at the games at the tournament this weekend. Being mic'd up, having some fun, talking shit. It's what it's all about. I know BB here wanted to talk a little bit about some of the teams that went through. We know we had Icon coming out winning in the IF game. Um, Congrats to them. Shout out to Buff running a good tournament with the CD combined. Uh,
Which we need more of. I want to see more combined tournaments. So,
so going through, I believe it was what Icon that went through, and then
well, I mean, we'll just talk about the tournament. We'll talk about. I mean, it's just a quick little video, but kind of give a recap and give our opinions about teams. Obviously, we're not going to talk much about the E teams because honestly, I didn't watch any of that trash. Um, I'm sure there were some good games. I'm sure there's some good teams. I know I watched 10 minutes of the LV Shock. They won. Congrats to them. Noticed that all the good players that were on Rain on Fire decided to leave and create their own team, and now they're winners. Shocker.
um, if you're listening in, we're gonna start the page as you can see. Softball talking idiots. If anybody wants to join, we'll probably have some guests throughout the year. Going through, we can add in or whatnot. Just kind of give everyone some fun, some input. Even if possible, three of us always here talking over rules, different things like that.
Shitty umpires, especially getting blasted on Facebook how good they are.
um, Nothing serious. All to have fun. Don't take things personally.
You still suck at umpiring.
Still the best one in the house umpiring. Don't worry about that.
I'm talking about you personally, just all the shitty umpires got listed.
um, but we go through. If anybody wants, questions, input, stuff like that, we go through. You know, Shout out some teams on different things. People traveling. I know a bunch of us like to support even the Challenge Cup teams, even though the slapdick next to me went. Um, they showed out. Yeah.
Almost dropped the ball in the stadium. Fucking win, bro.
Yeah. Only reason he gets to play stadium is because these higher up players get stuck when the major players are there, so we don't get that chance. But
Elite for life. We'll take it.
um, but yeah, going forward, if you guys want, go through. Start adding. I'll post this probably sometime tomorrow. What the page is, softball talking idiots, and then just go through it all.
We'll just add videos that we do out there. We're mostly gonna stick to tournament stuff because league night. Well, Smalls acts like he's busy with work, so he doesn't do too much league night stuff.
Well, I don't
Um,
work part time, so
yeah, and like I said, obviously my league team is ridiculously nasty, and we can't even play locally in tournaments because we got too many good guys. So, but we'll just stick to tournaments. We'll kind of just give a rundown, either the day after, a couple days after during the week when we have some time and stuff. But we'll definitely go down, just that's the fun. Talk about some of the new teams that came out, how they performed, some of the players. Definitely gonna rag on ourselves, other teams, but we'll just talk about this weekend. Like he combined C and D. That's basically what we can talk about because that's all I watched this weekend and hung around. Um, Again, shout out to all the E teams as well for coming out. Didn't really get to watch any guys. As most of you guys know, I was helping out with the Challenge Cup women's team, so I watched some of the women's stuff. That was pretty cool. Obviously, Stay Humble won again. Shocker. But no, they played good. I know Tosh is now the new director. She's gonna be setting up the women's stuff. So good luck to her and trying to build that program and however she's gonna do it. Like I said, it was cool. What they get? 5 teams.
5 teams. What I noticed was there's some, more women out there, different teams and stuff like that that we haven't seen before, which is actually amazing. Building that program already from the beginning of the year is great. Um, and then yeah, we'll even be doing, we were mic'd up throughout most of our games, except for a couple times we realized the mics weren't working after going through the videos, which we'll be doing a lot more on our new page. For this, just having fun. We don't really talk shit to other people. It's just more of talking shit with each other.
I talk shit to other people. I don't give a shit. Like screw it. It's fun. I'll make fun of myself. I'll make fun of others.
And then going forward, we'll even try to even do it. Got 2 mics, so we'll try to put one per. If we're playing against someone else that want to be mic'd up and do it, be nice to have one on the other dugout and have some fun that way as well.
Yeah, we tried doing it with Nick Hauk, that superstar from Chaotic. He didn't want to wear the mic. He had to focus, and then he still shit the bed. He was like, "I want to wear it. I want to play good." And then, I mean, yeah, you beat us. Your team beat us, but you didn't beat us. I think he even fouled out to the third baseman. He was fat.
And was hurting at that time.
Oh my god, dude. I don't know. I don't know if it's because I'm old or if I'm fat. It's a combination of both. But 6 games, yeah. I thought my knees and ankles would give out, but it was whatever the hell was in my back.
Well, that's because you had a big ass for them to hold on to.
Well, you think my back would be well supported by the waist? You know, I got this booty to hold up my back, but no, I don't even know what the hell I did. But I did take a nice bubble bath last night, and I fell asleep in the bubble bath. Don't worry, if you guys thought I was gonna drown, water displacement. It was like 3 inches of water. I'm solid. All right. But I did wake up about 2 hours later, and it was freezing. So, but I feel much better today. Took some ibuprofen. I think that's what the guy said on that, and I'm all good. So, let's
Question for you though.
yeah. Oh, is Buff said what? There's some comments.
Yeah, Buck said it. Appreciate you guys for supporting. Always support my journey. Thanks, brother. Damn it, be nice.
Well,
He said, and lastly, he says, I want an honest opinion on how I umpired.
Oh
oh, you called
shit.
Smalls out. That was fantastic. Buff.
So
no, don't even say it, Smalls. You were out.
no bullshit.
You might have been
Bullshit.
safe.
So, Buff, I know you listen. Hey, every umpire, none of us are perfect. Mistakes are gonna happen. Close play, it happens. I'm not mad at you on that, but I was safe. That's for sure. But Buff wasn't too bad. Which I hope you weren't, because I
Daryl
remember.
was good too.
But I remember as the rookie umpire, I was your trainer at umpiring, so that's the only reason why
Oh,
you're good at
God.
umpiring. So don't forget that.
Always about to see chip. Always about to see chip.
I know he remembers that.
Oh my God.
No, Buff did good though.
Nicholas Thompson said, wasn't there, but I know it was terrible.
Buff, I will say this: the rings you got for the Super Bowl were much better than your umping, but your umping was solid. I actually had no issues with it.
I need someone to post that ring. I did not see the rings yet.
Oh well, someone from Stay Humble, the lady side, won it, and she came over and we saw it when we were doing our photos at the end when we lost because we're a bunch of losers. But they were nice. Now he's done back-to-back years for the Toys for Tots. He had the Santa Claus, and then he had the elves. So to me, I'm like I said, the rings are cool, and I get it. But to me, I'm like, you got all these teams crying about the dumbest shit about being combined together, and we'll talk about that when we go team by team because there's some people I'll just call out. But I'm at the point where I'm like, let everyone play. If you're so worried about winning something, Buff, like I told you, make some patches and pass them out to all these teams that want to just win something so they feel good. Because I like I said, you play who you play. We play all these people in league. It's the same stupid people on there on Facebook. Anyone need a guy to play? It's the same. You play everybody. But then all of a sudden, tournament comes and I spent $30 and I don't want to play this team. I want to win. What do you get? Nothing. We're sorry. Vegas is rec softball across the board.
Here's the thing too. It's underhand softball. Honestly, anybody could beat anybody at any time. I've seen it happen plenty of times over the years of playing this game. Back in the day, it was double elimination. You weren't getting the 3 game guarantee, and we didn't care to play up because the year is to build to get ready for Worlds. Worlds is your main focus. You play up, you play the tougher teams, you're gonna build better. You're gonna get your team better. You're gonna get stronger that way. That's just the way it is. I get it. We pay the money to play, unless you have sponsors, which is nice. But it is what it is at this point. It's a little bit different of a game from back then. Everybody looks at a different aspect. Everyone has their own opinions. My opinion, that's how I got better going through. Was putting in the work, a little bit of BP here and there, your league nights, and playing the better teams. So doing the CD honestly is the best thing for everybody. Um,
Yeah, it helps us
honestly,
both.
only thing, Buff, in my opinion, C, I love the C rules. Playing the C rules in a CD tournament was great. On a non-qualifier. Qualifier, D teams got to play their 3 home runs with the inning killers. That's gonna help them with Worlds. But being a non-qualifier with the C rules, I think was phenomenal. The only thing that I would honestly look at cutting back is being the 50-minute time limits. I look at it as basically 1 run every 10 minutes. So you got 1 run, 10 minutes, average is about an inning. So then I think it should be 5 runs is what you're giving up for the C teams.
So, Jason,
Of course.
but he goes, I'm designing a new ring for toys for kids that no one has ever seen or have been done. And he also said package for all. And Nick said, stop with the rings, get yours and package something. Rings used to actually mean something. That's something I would agree with. Rings don't mean shit anymore. They don't mean a damn thing anymore.
Yeah, but again,
You gotta get something,
but at the same time, like you got to appeal to your customers, and E players and D players love rings, and your customer wants to win something, so you have to give something that's awesome for them. And people that haven't won a ring want a ring. Now, granted, we talk about winning rings, we talk about winning worlds, and we got custom rings from NSA Worlds with Young Guns, um, and those are cool because those are
That's
all custom. You see the guys that win majors, win the big ass tournaments, worlds. Those are like legit shit, and
yeah.
we're not gonna see most of that. I mean, we can. I mean, we got some good teams, that can compete. But like I said, to me, I'm like these rings are all fun and they're special designed and they're locally. That I'm all for it. Like, go for it. But at the same time, like a ring to some, he can get them from China now with the new tariffs. Who the hell knows how expensive they're gonna be? But I still think they're cheaper than buying a jersey package. Now, I will say I'm wearing a really great jersey from Carlos Avalos. I will say before I get into anything that you make jerseys better than you hit because this weekend you were dog shit for us. I think you got 2 hits, but the jerseys are pretty good. But now, I heard the tariff, the Durkas,
That's
and
backside sports, by the way.
yeah, well now they're gonna tariff the Durkas, so who knows if his prices are gonna go up too. So, but I
But
get the whole package thing. To me, I would rather tournaments be cheaper to get in and less on the package.
but
But
I think rings should be a big tournament. It shouldn't be, and it should be the custom ones. I have a few of them, yeah, from NSA, but at that sanction, it was world tournaments, and yeah, it took a few months to get in, but it's your team name on it, the year you won it, like your size. It's not a basic ring every single tournament. Granted, I will give Buff. I'll give you a shout out on that. What was it, that white ring that you came out with for the Toys for Tots that one year? Those things were clean, but to me, some of these qualifiers are. It's got to be like a Worlds tournament to where the rings are only happening at Worlds.
yeah, but he changes the design for each tournament, which is cool. I like that. You know, I know AFA is doing new things, but prior to this new regime that they got going on. We won Worlds with the squad, 2 years in a row, and we got the same goddamn ring.
Yeah.
Like, it was the same shit from the year before. Like, he bought in bulk the same $7 ring, and here you go. Now, with Coco and Jamie taking over, they're changing things, and it's for the better. I mean, we're not, it's not sugarcoat it. It's AFA, but they're doing good things, and they're trying to make it better. So they're not passing out rings and stuff. But that's what I'm saying. I like how Buff changes the rings every time. And, Bash for Bats is coming back. And this, I'm not going to be here for it. Unfortunately, I'll be supporting the Nevada women's team in Florida. But I'm hoping it goes off with crazy. I hope they kill it. Like I said, it looks like it's full. I know that they just closed at midnight. But they're doing good things. I know NCS, Dover's back with NCS. We'll see how that goes. See how much range he has to do with that stuff. But it's going to be, I think this year's going to be pretty cool with all the tournament directors getting along and tournaments, and we'll see. So,
Yeah, I feel like all the directors now are kind of working together on more of. I know getting fields isn't the guarantee of them trying to work opposite weekends or anything like that because their field availability sometimes is a pain, which isn't on the directors. It's City of Henderson, the BOD, and all that. That that's not always on them, but them working together and communicating, I think, is going to make it better with all the tournaments coming up. So, one thing I will on our page is hopefully eventually I'll put together a sheet which will be all the tournaments that are posted so far between NCS, AFA, and UTRIP, which I think would be easier for everybody to keep track of, doing one kind of schedule.
what are you talking about?
For
There's a
the
tournament every goddamn weekend. So, does it matter? You don't need to put out a schedule. There's a tournament every weekend.
I think there's one next weekend.
Well, there's probably a Naga one somewhere. They run tournaments.
There's not one every weekend.
There's one every week. I'm sure there's something going on.
I'm pretty sure there's not one next weekend.
Well, someone's gonna ask. We'll see it on Facebook. Someone need a guy. Pick these people up. Rain on fire.
So, like we said, we didn't watch much of these. I know you saw some of the women's, which we did see some of the teams out there that we never seen some of them, but shout out to them coming out playing. Sure, they look like a bunch of them were having fun. I believe you got some teams from out of town for this tournament too, which is even great. Getting teams to start traveling some more too.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like I said, a lot of the states around us just shit on us. Like, they just don't. I don't know if we're just assholes to everyone or people just don't like us. I mean, our Challenge Cup team donkey dicked the Utah team in, what was it, the AFA tournament. And those dudes talked all kinds of shit about our team, and they were knocked out before us at Challenge Cup. Now, we didn't have the stellar performance that we wanted, and that's a bummer. But at the same time, they talked about how we're going to get dog walked out there, and they were so much better than us, and they were, at home before it was dark on Saturday. So, or I'm sorry, Friday, because we got knocked out, at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
But that's a whole thing too.
So we made it to Saturday. They didn't even make it to Saturday.
But a lot of people that haven't been out there either, they're seeing this is Florida's a whole different ball game too from out here, and you know that.
Fuckers are good.
Yeah,
They're fucking good.
you get those different ones.
It's a different rating.
Yeah.
Yes, they're class D, right? But they're not D players in, say, California or Arizona or Nevada or whatever. They're not. It's not the same.
Yeah.
Right. Something I did learn. I don't know if this is specific to certain parts of Florida, but women, for example, they don't start in E. They start in D. They have no rec or E for women. So that's very interesting.
So they basically got to build and learn to play the game really quick.
Really fucking quick.
Well, isn't
Crash and burn.
and One Nation's big out there? So a lot of people play One Nation. And
Not in
Midwest,
Florida.
no? Are they?
No.
Are they?
I don't
One
think-
Nation is more of like your Ohio, Georgia, Tennessee, like that.
And they
that
have a lot of
region.
ASA too, though.
No, ASA really confused me.
Oh, now it's USA.
USA is in cold weather fucking states.
Yeah.
So, for example, Alaska,
Minnesota.
ASA. You go to like Washington, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota. All those states that are freezing cold, where you're not supposed to swing. Most of those fucking bats, aka monsters, is where all USA is at.
Well, USA sucks, but those guys get ranked. They're like A players, and they come out and they get ranked E for U-Trip, and they shit on the ball.
Yeah.
I'm like, some of those E players were smoking the ball out there. I was like, God damn. But I mean, I don't want to talk about Challenge Cup anymore. I'm still a little bummed about that. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still bummed. Like I said, we had a really good team. Like,
Well, we still got one more weekend with it. You got our 50 men's going, which they got some veterans on there that are actually pretty good ball players going up there. So we have a good squad going to represent for them.
is that
Our
this
women-
week they're going?
Isn't it the same weekend as you guys?
Well, we leave in like
2 weeks.
Yeah, we
Bachelor Bash
10
weekend.
Yeah, so I guess we have 2 weeks.
So I think seniors is the same weekend, I believe. And same as the women's. We got a solid women's team going out there as well.
Yeah, they've been putting in the work. I mean, shit. They lost their first game this weekend. I won't say that switching umpires in the middle of the game was an issue.
I did. It was UIC was covered until an umpire got there.
Yeah, and then
It happens.
he picks a league night hero umpire that strike zone's bigger than my ass, and like
That's
I
a
said,
big ass.
that's what I'm saying. Like, so what was once a ball is now a strike, so it kind of throws everyone off a little bit, which I'm against. Like I said, I get that umpires are late. But don't mix them. Don't give me a different strike zone in the middle of the goddamn game.
Yeah.
I was irritated by that. But those women lost first game and then battled back, and I think they lost to Stay Humble by like 2 or 3 in the ship. So they fought all the way back. I mean, that team keeps finishing second to these upper teams. BWA, who wasn't out there this weekend, they're pretty stacked. And then Stay Humble is definitely stacked. I mean, we all know who they are. So,
put in the work, play well. They got the chemistry. That's what it is about
they
building
should
a
do
team.
well out there. So I'm excited to go watch. I'm excited to coach first for him. Obviously, I'm out there because Nikki's awesome. So I'll be cheering her on. So.
Yeah. Well, we wish them the best of luck out there for sure. Hopefully they do well.
Let's talk about this weekend and get this shit over with because it's getting late. Oh, damn.
I'm sorry, bro. I can't make it to your guys' tournament. It's so busy. My bad. I'm sorry. I need to figure it out. I need to get my life together. I'm sorry. I'll make it out to one eventually. Okay.
Once you
Stop
do
calling me
photos?
out, bro.
Once you do pictures for him?
He goes, maybe if I got a photographer named Hector, I'll take pictures and get more exposure.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It is pretty nice having my own personal photographer that gets all my action shots. I also,
They're not the best looking shots though.
first off, they're amazing, and
There's
on
a
it-
lot of
on its-
editing goes into that.
yeah, he does. I tell him to make me look a little slimmer, but according to Chris Hansen, they're done in warm-ups, and I'm just posing.
Oh, he
And-
did say that.
Yeah, they're not
He
actual.
did call
they're
you
not-
out on
yeah,
that.
they're not live action shots.
That's
So
funny. I don't think I've gotten a warm-up shot of you ever.
I dude, when do I warm up?
The most set-up picture we've ever done is when we did the photo shoot with
Nikki's boys.
yeah.
Yeah. Everyone knows I don't warm up because my arm, I have a top ramen noodle. Like this
No arm.
Yeah, it is trash. So I only have like maybe 7 good throws. So if you hit a ground ball to me on my 8th throw, you're safe. So I don't have, I mean, how many ground balls I have this weekend? 4 or 5?
Not many. 'Cause you moved to the side.
No, but I'm saying I made all the plays. I made
Yeah.
all the throws to first. I didn't have any bad throws because I was under my 7 limit. So
Cristo Jaramillo wants to know who's better, Smalls or BB?
Oh, definitely me.
defensively, oh god, I have a better glove.
Hell no.
I have a better glove.
We'll put that up to a vote for everybody.
Listen, dude, I have a better glove than you.
No.
You hit the ball harder than me, and that's about it. That's it.
Well, I definitely hit the ball harder, and I'm faster than
You know what? I don't know. You might be faster because I don't care.
you. Yeah, because you don't run shit out.
Oh, I gotta race Dev. I gotta race that old fuck. There's
Oh,
$20
God.
online. I will say though, is Jamie Neal commented on this yet?
No, she hasn't.
Well, when she gets on here, she's gonna know we did race, me and Jamie Neal. There is video. I don't know who has it. Okay, I do know who has it.
You
but
lost.
I'm not,
Who has it?
I'm not gonna say who has it.
Well, who
But
has it?
they know who has the video of me and Jamie Neal racing. And let me tell you, you think she won? She fucking lost.
Smalls is a solo king. Please put the vote. Carlos Hernandez said definitely BB. Smalls,
Hey, fuck you, Carlos.
Smalls is not.
And
not
Congrats
a
to your
teacher.
Eagles for a change.
Oh yeah, shit, Eagles won, and having 7 kids. Seems like a Mexican thing to do these days.
You still, a little white for a Mexican, but all right.
So, well,
Uh,
good question. I'm better.
defensively.
Yeah, defensively I'm way
I
better.
would
Yeah.
I would put my input, but I don't think I've ever seen, except for that one game that I saw you took. It was the umpires game, not. Fuck, I can't remember the damn name of that damn field.
It doesn't matter. Small sucked.
Small stuff.
Okay.
But
Well,
I've only seen that time.
he
that
sucked
time
this
only.
weekend. He kept jumping out of position. He tried a back glove flip to be fancy to show off for his video.
Oh, yeah, I definitely
and
fucked
he
that
threw
one
that
up.
shit in the outfield. He had more errors
I didn't throw it. I glove flipped it on the ground.
to the outfield.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
I said, yeah, you're not like I said.
You said throw it to the outfield. It was a glove flip to the outfield.
Well,
on the ground.
It's as good as your arm.
Oh.
So
Oh, my arm's definitely better than yours.
100%. I'll give you that. Yeah, you get hit harder and you have a better arm.
I want to know who won. So if you guys don't know, they like to put little bets against each other.
I didn't take the bet.
$20.
Yeah,
I
BB
didn't
was
take-
scared this weekend.
I did not take the bet because I did.
So okay. What is the bet?
Who
So-
does better?
Yes.
So every time BB and I play on the same team, we make a $20 bet that whoever has the best on base percentage throughout the tournament wins $20. Told BB Friday night, and he said, "Let me see how I feel in the morning. Get to the fields." He told me no, and I think when we were going through the book, I still ended up winning though.
No, I think you did. I think you might have had me by at least 2 hits, if not more. I mean, I sucked against Chaotic. I think I went 1 for 6 in those 2 games. I mean, last game was I could barely even swing, but regardless, I sucked ass. So
How often do you guys play together?
not often.
Not,
'cause
not
he
often
sucks.
anymore.
I hate playing with him.
No.
Because he makes so many errors, and he wants to be a pitcher, and everyone knows he's the worst pitcher in Vegas. He walks everybody.
Bullshit.
So now
The
he's
reason
our-
we don't play together is because I'm ranked higher than him, and we can't play together.
we can if we use a C chip. But if I'm gonna get a C chip, I want to get someone better. So,
Ain't no one better.
but this year I did ask him to come play with us this year on La Familia. I thought he would be.
he begged me.
Didn't beg. You go to the text message. I said you have one chance to answer this question.
Yeah, the text said pretty please.
It did not say pretty please. I said, you want to come? If you say no and you want to hold out, I'll roll out. But no, I felt like it would be fun, especially with Lino and Scott. I mean-
Which-
said, can't confirm. Not sure which part. She confirmed or he confirmed.
What?
Probably
don't know.
probably in the book because she was the one keeping him.
Oh yeah, no, Smalls beat me this weekend for sure. Not by a lot, but he did beat me. So, but
And I hit
I
like
was-
shit to start the day too.
I was, and see, I turned it on when they told me to take it seriously. Because first game I didn't take it seriously, and then it was like, oh, we should take it serious. And then there was like, well, I went 4 for 4 in one game. I went 4 for 5 in another game. Another game I went like 2 for 3. So I flipped the script. What the fuck was that?
Our dog's like hurting herself over here. What the hell are you doing? dog?
Yeah.
I'm
So,
excited.
but we'll talk about this tournament and then we'll get back to this shit talking on another episode. So this weekend was fun. I mean, we had 15 teams. We'll just start. I mean, obviously, not chaotic. Icon, there it is. They beat the shit out of us. They're just on my mind still.
We're the only
Icon.
team that beat us.
I mean, so can you click on these I mean, we don't need to really go through the roster on Icon. We know who
No.
they have. Obviously, they picked up some guys this year. They're going to be a top C team. I mean, who knows what would have happened if the hurricane didn't happen? Would they be in B's? If they went out to Florida, would they compete to get bumped?
It all depends when they show up. It's everybody has bad tournaments. Like everyone out here, GSL Worlds, what showed and sees, it was just rough tournaments. It happens. You can have a great tournament, you can have a bad tournament. It's bound to happen. But Icon's just that upper team in town right now that they can dominate. They can go out there and compete with anybody.
Well, I mean, they're good and they beat the shit out of all the Vegas teams. But I want to see them every tournament. Like any non-qualifier, they should be combined with D's and we should be playing them because they need as much work as the D teams do about getting better. So, like you said, Icon, they should be playing. I hate the shit where it's, oh, they're too good. No, cool. They're too good. Okay, cool. Awesome. I mean, shit. They lost the first game to Spin the Block, which is that new team that, well, shit. Darius left Icon. Now he's playing with Spin the Block.
Yeah.
I mean, Icon lost a lot of people. So, I don't know what
But
the issue was.
they picked up some solid guys too, though.
They did though. Like I said, the core of Icon stayed together, and they lost a few pieces, and they still built a solid ass team because that team was solid.
Because they got Tommy back that moved back to town. They had I saw that they had Judd playing 5-man. It's a solid pickup right there as well.
Didn't they pick up Hanson's boy too?
Taylor was with them as well. Another solid pickup. So they still have a core. It's just putting that work in, getting to that point of Worlds. Now comes around this year. Who knows? Maybe they have the hell of a tournament and come out and win the whole thing.
So okay, so now the next C team, DJs. What do you guys say about them?
Hard part with DJs, you got to see. They got a lot of new pickups. It's just building that chemistry again with them.
But did they pick up a lot of people? Like, here's the thing. I was looking at their photo, and I know RJ got called out for changing this roster, but I'm looking, and 9 guys in the photo this weekend were on the team last year. 9 guys.
Was it 9?
9 guys.
I didn't look at the photos.
Now he's saying there's 11, but 2 of them didn't make it out. But when I looked at the photo, yeah, there was 9 guys that were on last year. Now they picked up.
You still get those pieces that are going to connect with the rest of the team as well. Even if you have 9 guys and you're picking up 3 more to make your 12,
I think
minimum, you still have to have that chemistry that kind of fits in with that lineup.
Yeah, you got to fit in with that team, and I think they picked up Gio.
It's a solid pickup.
Even though he called me a mean name in league, I still love Gio.
Oh, that was a great night.
Oh, that's funny.
That was a great night.
Oh, but they got Gio. Obviously, AK brought him over. Clearly, looked like TJ was out with them again, so that's good to see him. But he was an Icon guy, and now he's there. They picked up Tyler.
They had Nick out there this weekend.
Santa's little helper. They got him. I mean, are they going to keep him? Is Nick going to jump ship again? I don't know. Is he going to B's? Is he going to conference? I mean, listen, the kid could probably play B or A, and I hope he gets a shot. I really do.
I think he should get a shot. In that case, honestly he can compete up there, just like a bunch of us can at that level. It's just, is someone going to give him that chance?
I hope someone gives him a chance because he wants to go up there. I'm like, if you want to go up there, I feel like you should. Hopefully, you get your chance, and it'd be fun to get some more guys up there. But as far as Degens, I like the way RJ's built that team. I like the fact that he has all those guys still together as a core, and the pieces that they did lose won't hurt them, but the pieces they added will help them.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think this year they give Icon a run for the money. I'm not gonna say who's better. On paper, they're both great. I think the battles are gonna be fun to watch. I hope they both get to travel and go beat the shit out of Cali teams that talk shit. But at the same time, like, I hope that we get to see them out here and play against them. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
It's good for all of us.
The competitive edge of it.
So obviously we have.
So they did play against each other too. It looks like, and it looks like it was 1918.
They had to walk them off, bro.
Yeah. So DJs even gave Icon a run for their money on it.
Listen,
That's a straight up game. There was no runs given, nothing.
and I mean, you look at the D team, spin the block. So those kids, those are those young kids out of Kingman and Havasu. Anthony Vieira from Havasu is playing third. I knew him. Darius left Icon. He's playing first for them. They had I don't know if you remember. Did you? Oh, you didn't go to Big Bear when we took your truck up to Big Bear. But Lino Jr.'s friend, he played center field. He's filthy. That kid. He was out there playing. So that's a new team. Hopefully they stick together. They did have jerseys. They look like they're going to stick together. But that spin the block team was solid as shit. So they're going to be fun. I hope they keep coming for all these tournaments.
Well, even being a new team, and they're getting 6 runs against Icon, which is a solid team, and bringing them to an if game, that's a plus right there. That should boost their morale to stick around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, look at. I mean, they compete. I mean, then fourth place went to Chaotic. Um, like that Chaotic's a fun team. Like I said, they're a good time. I will say, Sean trying to dodge playing D-Gens this weekend was pretty hilarious. Um, he wanted the two D teams to play against each other, and then the two C teams play against each other. Sorry, bud. Buff only has enough money from this tournament to support one team getting rings. So,
then we went from there. One thing I want to say, yes, it was our team. Nobody should give up in a game. La Familia, shout out to other guys we played with. Nobody gave up.
Oh, you gonna talk about our team right now?
Well, it's going down the line.
Okay. Well, our team, old as fuck, fat as fuck.
Hey, in the words of
Did you
Carlos
see our infield?
Avalos, 2018, we're a stacked team.
I mean, we had Scotty Hughes out there. He's old as shit. Lino, old as shit. I'm fat as shit. You're fat as shit. That's our infield, bro. Like, then we have Santos, who has feet issues. I mean, I don't even know. What the hell is he at? Gout? He got arthritis. I don't even know.
Shit, and our center fielder's even 40s
Shit.
plus.
Danny Mendoza.
Danny Mendoza,
Dude,
bro.
he is secretly fast. Like, there's so much shit I could say about our team. Like,
Well, shit, he tracked down that one ball that I didn't think he was going to get to, and I was
Dude,
like, damn, your old ass still's
it
got
was
it.
still in the air, and I told Lino, I said, where's his old ass going? He ain't getting to that ball. And then he catches it, and I was like, holy shit. Thank God the mic was dead. Because I was talking shit about him running after a ball, not even going to be close. And he goes and tracks that shit down. We had Balake, the young kid, Sean. They played good. They brought down our average.
Actually, and then we had Marcus Quick as well, which he had a hell of a tournament with us.
Shit, man. When he, what game was it that I needed him on? Was that? Oh, that was against Keeper 100.
When he walked it off.
Walked it off.
Yeah, so
Oh, the mics went dead. I had a terrible comment.
Yeah.
I said.
But going back to my point on that, the team we had being veterans, whatever, no one gave up. You see a lot of teams that get down. We went from, against Send It, which was a new team. Give it out to them. The young group of team.
Dude, that team's gonna be.
They're gonna be a pretty good team too. And we came down 3 bottom last inning. Then we put up 4 runs, walk them off. Then we go to keep it 100. We're down 9 runs in the bottom of the last inning, and we put up 10 to walk them off. As a group, you never want to give up. It's underhand. It's going to happen. You can put up 10, 12, 15 runs in an inning if your whole team gets into it and wants to keep going with it, which we did. And then we almost did that to Chaotic. We were down 12 runs, and we put up 10, and we lost by 2. Like, it's going to happen.
Carlos Avalos, who was cut. He was cut by Chaotic. He comes to us, and he got 2 base hits all day.
So just lesson learned. Don't ever give up in a game. You never know what's going to happen.
Keep it 100. I mean, we'll just go with I just see them there, but that's solid team too. They were good last year. They're gonna be good this year. I don't know. Did they add anyone? That's
The only thing I feel with Keep It 100, just to be honest with you, I believe that when they're out of their home runs, they're screwed.
well, yeah. 'Cause
They just got to work on their base hitting. A lot of guys swing for the fences and this and that. Once they even played them before, played them in an AFA tournament, they had unlimited bombs. They beat us off the home runs. We didn't have the unlimited bombs. They beat us off the home runs. We had 5. They used all 5 against us
14
in the
runs.
2 winnings. They used 5. Maybe it was the third inning they used their
Third
last
inning,
one,
they
but
used
they
the last
had
one.
2 solos, 3 solos, if that.
It was like 2, I think. But they basically put in 3 innings. They put up 14 runs on
Yeah.
5 bombs.
But in D's, you only get 3, and that's an inning killer. When they had to change their swing, they were shut down. They just got to put the work in. In my opinion, they just got to put the work in on getting base hits.
Well, then they had Fry as their pitcher, who's new to pitching. I mean,
He didn't do bad.
No, he didn't do bad.
He didn't do bad at all.
Nope. And I know Reno was on that team, and he hurt his Achilles, so he was a different hitter, different player. Obviously I don't think they had extra guys like as subs to get him out of the way, but that team's gonna be solid. They were solid last year. They'll give everyone a run for their money for sure. But
Yeah.
like you said, the home run's gonna be the issue. Well, I mean, what do you know about Flow FX?
Full effect. They're actually a pretty solid team out of St. George. They can hit really well. They got some young guys on there with some speed and everything. I think they're gonna be a competitive team throughout this year. From what I heard, I can be wrong. Someone was telling me they got some of the guys that I believe played with Cutthroat last year, which Cutthroat was a solid team in D's, and did a good run last year. And that's just going off what I heard. I can be wrong on that part, but I know they'll give a pretty good run from what I saw for them.
Well, they lost. I know they lost at least 2 guys, if not 3, from Flow FX that now they're D chips for an E team, little homies. So their
Oh.
shortstop Santana, who's filthy, and Hector had some cool pictures of him. He left. He's playing little homies now as their D chip. And there was another guy that pitches. He plays with Backwards K, that co-ed team out of them.
Okay.
There's 2 guys from there. So there's 3 guys that left them that went there. And but just looking at their game against Supreme. So I watched that game.
Yeah, that's the one we watched.
Yeah, and they put up 19 runs, but they put up those 19 runs. The first inning they put up 14 with 3 or 4 bombs. So they had a bunch of outs for home runs. And they're going to have the same issue, I think, with Keep It 100.
Yeah.
Is once you're out of those home runs, what the fuck are they going to do? Like, give them cookies, I guess.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, giving up 14 runs in the first inning, and then where they lose, Supreme only lost by 3.
Yeah, Supreme came back.
That team's going to be pretty filthy, too. I think they're young.
There's some of them are still learning the game a little bit, but they're hungry. They're hungry to win.
They got that team. I'm surprised that they didn't go farther. Honestly, like just switching to them, like with having Leo, Butler's on the team. Rodriguez came over from Taco Tuesday.
And Justin.
I love that Justin kid, but I tell you what, man, he made some crucial errors in that Flow FX game that he usually makes, and I don't know if I'm just saying it's jet lag from Challenge Cup is what I'm going to say, but he made some errors that he usually never makes, and that kid's got some filthy hands.
But again, that goes back to sometimes people have bad tournaments.
Yep, and like you said, they I thought for sure that they were going to be. I thought we were going to see them later in the day. Obviously, this early exit is no indication on how they're going to be for the year. Because, like I said, I don't even know who was the pitcher to start.
That was Grant that started, and then that's where they put up all those runs, and then they brought in Orlando in to pitch.
So
that's a big change.
The Grant guy, he's the one that looks like Chi-Town, right? Like a younger Chi-Town or an older Chi-Town.
A little bit, not
Yeah.
much, but a little bit.
Where was that clown at this weekend?
Chi-Town?
Yeah, he was out there. That's crazy.
That is weird.
Yeah, he must have been at some Naga shit somewhere else.
Who knows where he's at? He had to go do a show. Fucking
Yeah.
Ellen.
Yeah. So no,
Um,
Supreme's gonna be good, man. I think they underachieved this weekend as far as going far in the bracket, but that's gonna be a team I think is gonna be at the top of the standings a lot indies this year.
and then going to the Senate team, as we talked a little bit about already. They're young. Look like from what I heard, seem like some of them just played league. They really played a tournament, but
Sunday nights.
they they were hitting. I'm gonna give it to them. I think once they get some chemistry going, get some more tournaments under their belt, they're gonna be a good competitive team. Like I didn't see anything wrong with them. They're still young, so they still have some learning to do on the game. And
Well, I mean, you
once
see
they figure it out,
that center fielder stole that home run from Scott Huey.
oh yeah,
When he
that center fielder did route that home
yeah,
run.
he banged it. He's like boom, and then
I forgot about that.
yeah, that shit was fucking crazy. Um,
And then yeah, so they got that young group.
I don't know enough about it. I know their pitcher is. I've never seen him. I didn't even know he pitched. I know him as like a infielder, utility guy. So he actually pitched pretty good. Um, I like I said, they're gonna be solid. I hope they stick around. I hope they come out to more tournaments. Who else is on? Who's what time is it? I don't want to
Let me
go
see.
on all night. So we have Los Achilles. They're gonna do the same thing.
Los Achilles, same team as last year. They'll probably compete, like always. And then who else you got? You got haters coming back. I know I talked to Coco, at the tournament about it after I believe it was his first or second game. He has a younger group. He's trying to see who's hungry, who wants to win. He's basically trying to rebuild the team, um, right now. So they'll get there eventually. All in.
I didn't
That
get to see the haters play.
I didn't get a chance to see him either. I think I saw like an inning or so, and at that point in that D, I know they were in like a 4-man. They had Daniel Hughes pitching for them. Um,
Did they go 0-3 this weekend?
they lost their first one.
They lost
Lost
their.
their second. Yep, 0-3.
So it is definitely a rebuilding year for them.
Yeah, I know they're rebuilding. I know they lost a few guys for sure. But knowing Coco, what he can do, I'm pretty sure he'll get it, built back to where they should
I mean,
be.
they still got solid. They still have Jordan Garcia, Z, still out there.
Z, I saw they picked up Micah. Um, but I know he'll get it turned around and go from there. All in that we played, they're a young group. I think they're from playing against them this weekend. Be honest with you, they put up a good showing against us. Couple crucial errors, one by me, but um, there actually has some guys that hit really well. That has some shots. I just think the bottom of their lineup is gonna kill them. That they just need to fix a little bit or get their hitting better.
Yeah, that was it. The shortstop or they had two guys that shit on the good hands.
Yeah.
Just shit on the ball. Like I was like, shit. I'm glad they didn't hit at me because I would have probably made an error.
Yeah, so they had some good ones. And you got New Breed, which, shout out to New Breed. They had a good run in E's. That's why they're up playing D's. We had a chance to play against them. So they got some work ahead of them. That's for sure. It's a little bit different ball game going from E's and D's. Not a whole lot, but I'm sure they'll get it figured out eventually.
Who did they pick up? Didn't they had someone on their team that there was. No, they have a few guys that they picked up, and then there was a couple guys I think they were missing some because they were shorthanded too. I think they only had like 11 or 12 as
Yeah.
well. It it kind of sucks because that team last year in E's was filthy.
Yeah.
And they beat the shit out of teams with equalizers and competed. I mean, they knocked out two. I mean, that one tournament that we played, the Bounty Hunter, whatever that.
Oh, that Utra bounty.
Dude,
Yeah.
they just ran through D teams, E teams, C teams,
And I
and they
remember
hit.
they were hitting really well that tournament.
But that's how they were almost every time. I mean, they won like a shit ton of tournaments. And for whatever happened in Worlds, clearly something happened in Worlds because they didn't perform like they should have. And they lost guys, and there was an explosion. And when that happens, it fucks up the chemistry. But I thought that they should have not had the explosion. I think, like you said, it's a bad tournament. You don't have to explode. But
Yeah.
I expect them to do just fine in D's. The core guys stay together. They hit well. I know Gabe was pitching this weekend. Oh, they picked up all your EJ as their 5-man.
Oh yeah, they had
They
DJ.
picked up Turtle. So
Oh yeah, that's who we're thinking of. Yep.
they picked up some decent guys.
Yeah.
So I expect them to be pretty good.
Yeah, they'll get all figured out. And then I think the last team we missed.
Well, there's two. There's the 50 Challenge Cup team. No,
What? No, I already went over that with them.
no, we just say good luck. But I'm gonna say some shit because I know I posted on Facebook. And listen, I understand you guys are old as fuck. I get it. Okay, but at the same time, um, I misspoke and said you had 2 B chips. My bad. You have 1 B chip, 1 C elite, and 6 Cs on your roster. So, when you combine tournaments as a director, there's some leeway that you can do. And again, I think teams obviously gave you guys 2 runners. So I get that. I know we wouldn't have taken the equalizer if they would have beat Keep 100.
No.
We were going to take the 6 runs. We would have coin flip. We don't give a shit.
Well, we probably would have worked with them too to get them ready for, because they're doing that to get ready for Challenge Cups.
I
We
would
would
have
have worked
taken. I would have taken 2 runners too for our team because we're both fat. And if anyone heard the mics, when we run out, you get. But what I'm saying is don't talk shit about the platform. I get that you guys are saying, hey, we were blindsided. I'm pretty sure it was spoken about. But regardless to say, like, you guys have a good team. But I do think if you guys play more tournaments with U-Trip, that Buff will probably, work with you guys. And I think most of these teams will play you guys straight up.
Well, from
And-
my experience too, sometimes on these ratings that they do it for seniors. So when you do senior tournaments in U-Trip, I believe it's if you're like major or major plus in a regular tournament, they're rating you as like a B player. And
No,
to
see-
me, when you get to 50 above, well, years ago it was B because we had a player that it happened to, and they've had him in there as a B player, which was a joke. He never played at that level in a normal tournament, which he's still a solid ball player, but they might have changed it to C now. But at the same time, they're 50s and older. Like
yeah, but hold on. Back it up. Because you could back it up and go, those guys don't play U-Trip. They had Roy, who plays U-Trip. Dude's a stud. Like, let's be honest. Roy's a C chip. He
Yeah.
could be even better. You had Mario. Opie. Solid. He's a C chip. I don't
Yeah.
give a shit how old do you think he is or how old he wants to play that card. The dude's still a C chip, even at his age. I think Tone was playing with them this weekend.
Tones.
He's not a senior, is he? He's not 50.
But
But he was playing with them.
Yeah, he might have just been helping them out.
But that's what I'm saying. So, Tone's a C chip.
Is he a C?
He might be the C elite. I mean, he could be the B. Who knows? I mean, now again, I understand Rich Lawton is old. He might have been the B chip. He could be the C.
He's still a hell of a pitcher.
Dude. The dude's filthy.
Yeah.
And he can still hit. You had Neto out
Neto.
there.
Crushes the ball.
Like I said, the guy hits 4 times a week. I heard the guy's good. So I hope that they come out for more U-Trip. I'm cool with them playing as a D team. Hopefully most of these coaches realize having more teams in a tournament is beneficial to everyone. So getting them as, hey, they're going to be in as a D team, I'm all about it. So hopefully other coaches feel the same way and they're not going to be like, well, they have 5 C. Who gives a shit? Like, I understand they're C's, but they're also 55 years old. So, we got to figure it out. But, I mean, shit, they spawned all these teams. Look how far they went.
Oh yeah, they still had a good run beating some of these teams with the giving up those runs.
The only
Well, it looks like Haters didn't take the runs if they lost 15-4. But the hard part is because of the rankings in the U-Trip system, Buff had to stick with the C rules on that. So we kind of understand.
so much.
Yeah.
Buff can only do so much.
He's sticking to the rules, which is respectful. You know what I mean? He's keeping to their book. He's keeping the rules. Just how big of a sanction U-Trip is. So you can't really move things around as much. There's that little bit of leeway, but there's not a whole lot with U-Trip.
Where the hell? So rerun. What the hell happened there? So reruns, they lost. What the hell did they go from there?
Reruns went down to the bottom.
Oh,
Or no.
Reruns beat the 50 Challenge Cup team, right? They did. Yeah.
Which makes no sense why they would drop down.
Yeah, they Reruns won, and then Senior Challenge Cup because they had the
But how would the senior challenge? Oh,
because they had a
they
bye the
lost.
first
They went
game.
up there
Yeah.
and then won.
So Reruns, I know that's Randy's team. I know Jesus was on it. I don't know who else was on that team. Um, they didn't have a very strong showing in their eyes. Who they lose to the first game?
So they lost to Supreme their first game, and then
Beat the Challenge Cup team
beat the Challenge Cup
and
team
lost to Los Achilles.
and lost to Los Achilles.
Damn, they had they had a shitty break.
Yeah, they had a little rough area there.
No shit.
But
I mean,
and sometimes too, and you know, with playing U-Trip so long, the best thing too is if you play like we used to play up, just because if you play up, you get more points. You play up, you beat a higher ranked team, your points double. I know that everybody's different on each state and stuff like that with their points, but that's what helps you get seeded in Worlds. And sometimes you need those points because you want a better seed.
do they still give that? Do they still give double points? Is that still a thing?
It should be. I didn't hear anything different unless they changed it, but I haven't heard of that changing just because we never had those teams that wanted to do that.
You know,
We-
we don't have a comment guy to let us know what the comments are to see if people are asking questions and shit.
Yeah. Hector, where did you go?
We lost our
Smoke break.
yeah,
So,
we lost our personal photographer.
yeah.
So if you guys are asking questions, we ain't seeing shit. Can you even dial that up?
I can put it on my phone.
I mean, not that I want to answer shit ton of questions, but if people,
But we'll get the page going. Let me switch over.
yeah, this is just we're just gonna try some stuff out.
Preview of what we got going. Oh, there's a shit ton. Oh shit, I don't want to hear myself.
I want to hear myself. Screw it. Yeah,
What do we got here? Oh, you guys play together. Da, da, da. Fuck is it? Hey, Tiny. Fuck you too, bro.
Oh, Tiny's out there? Oh, quitter.
The fuck is this gay shit?
I dropped 450-foot bombs, but I'm a quitter. Go shoot somebody.
Yeah, Tiny, why don't you take your ass out of retirement? Hey, bro, we need Palm Springs again. Hey, banger.
What's Thompson crying about? I know Nick's always on Facebook. Now he's back. I mean, he left. He was. How long was he? He said he was leaving Facebook. He was gone like a week.
How do you guys calculate on base percentage? Obviously, walks would be included.
Well, we do
Or
it.
strictly
We
hits
do it the
for
rec way. So here's the thing: walks are a hit, errors are a hit, sack flies don't count against it. I don't want to hear your shit, Anthony.
Sack flies
Ashley.
don't count. I hate that shit.
Yeah, I know. We just don't count. We just count it as no at bat.
Oh, what the hell?
So I know people that play above
fuck?
count that as an out. But you know what? I love situational hitting, and I like to reward shitty hitting with sack flies. So
Oh, some are telling us how Sean was getting scared in that last inning when we put up 10
he
runs.
was definitely his butthole was tight. I did talk to him late last night about it, and then listen, chaotic. You guys are solid. If you guys play like you guys play, you guys are solid as shit. Like that team's gonna be good. Like, and they're fun. So I don't know why Sean gets worried about playing other teams. I don't know if he wants to win so bad. Just I don't know. Like I said, you guys can compete with anyone, any given day. Like it's crazy.
And
But we started figuring out at the end, and it would have been nice to beat them because it would have been funny to beat them by that. Come back from 12 down. But
then we got Anthony calling us goobers. Well, you're just mad because our video is better with our mic'd up this weekend.
I love that guy.
I know. He's a great dude. Still gotta give him shit though. He didn't come and do our game, so
Yeah,
of course
well,
we're gonna talk
he's
shit.
now supposedly retired, and he just wants to coach. So
Yeah, and then Tiny. Oh, and then our photographer went back to editing. He has some photos to get done. So, I'm sure we'll do this again after tournaments. If there's a weekend, maybe we'll come up with some fun stuff to do, get some videos and everything like that. But
Oh yeah, you gotta post some of the shit from this weekend.
we'll post some stuff. I'll get the page for sure going this week. We'll be working on that. So go ahead and add. STI. We'll do softball talking idiots. I think fits us pretty well. What do you
Yeah,
think?
we probably should give a disclaimer to some of the videos we did make this weekend. Is we're definitely not racist. Um, we do say a lot of stereotypical shit that may come off as racist. I mean, we will make fun of fat people. So if you're fat, I'm fat. Deal with it.
Yeah.
Um,
Nothing's personal.
some of it's personal. Like I said, yeah, fuck it. At this point,
Um,
you're
then
gonna hate me or you're not. I don't care. It's just gonna be fun.
and then we'll even try to get we'll try to do some of these, possibly even get some of these directors, kind of go over some of the stuff they want to shout out, do
Fuck
anything like that.
that, man. Who gives a shit? We know what they're all about.
Still be fun to get them on here.
Making money.
Get them on here, see what they got to say, anything like that. Any questions, anything you guys want us to go over. We're pretty knowledgeable on pretty much all the rule books. We're pretty good at. I know some people like to argue rules that they never heard of or this and that, but we can always let you guys know. We'll figure it all out. So, add us.
Have you even made the page yet? I think it. Well, you're doing it.
It started. I started it, but I'll get it all
Okay.
finished. I'll get it finished up probably
Give
tomorrow.
us a couple days, and then we'll start sharing it. And if you guys want,
We'll put it on the softball page and everything and get that going as long as Buff approves it.
well, he approved my post today pretty damn quick. About his good ass tournament, so.
But
It'll be fun. Like I said, if you guys if you guys don't like the shit we say, don't follow. It won't hurt our feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fat. Nothing
hey,
hurts us.
we're here to have fun. Try to make softball in Vegas fun and all around. So, add us. Good to go.
Yeah, shout out to all the teams that played this weekend. Even if we didn't even talk about you guys, appreciate the sport, and hopefully we get more teams out and build this program. And definitely keep Buff's job, because that was a rumor we can talk about later on. That Buff's on his way out of U-Trip possibly. If he doesn't keep getting teams and stuff, which I hope is just a rumor, because I don't think anyone in Vegas can handle U-Trip. I think he's
Yeah.
the best guy for the job.
Agreed. And rumors are rumors for a reason.
Yeah, I think all the directors. I mean NCS, I liked over. I don't know too much about their bullshit, but their ranking system sucks. I think they should just let everyone play and just throw one bracket. That should be the fun tournament one, where just you sign up whatever team, and you just go and battle, and it is what it is.
Well,
Because NCS is not counting shit, right? Is that what it is?
how about we save that for our next one?
Yeah, we can do that.
Don't want to give it all out on the first one.
Screw it, I want to give everything.
So, we'll do this again. We can go over NCS next time. So, have a good night, guys.
Good luck at Bash for Bats, people. Support AFA.